As the midterms fast approach, the numbers speak for themselves. Regardless of whether voters say they're supporting Republicans or Democrats, the one common denominator in their decision is President Trump. So is that good news or bad news just 18 days out from the election? Joining me now to discuss is Eric Trump. Eric, good to see you, my friend.
Hey, Laura, how are you?
I'm great. Now, thanks for being here. Now,
Great
your
show.
father was on the campaign trail tonight in Montana. Do you think these visits are helping boost the enthusiasm in some of these tighter races?
There's no question about it. I mean, look at the audience he has. It's incredible. He'll go to Montana, he'll have 20,000 people show up. He'll go to Nevada, he'll have 30,000 people go up. I mean, people are excited. People want to get out there. I mean, there's the energy in those rooms is nothing short of incredible. And listen, he has a lot to tell, Laura, right? We have the best economy that we've ever had as a country. We have the fastest GDP growth, the lowest unemployment, the stock market's booming. Consumer confidence is through the roof. I mean, I could go on and on and on. But, I mean, he has a lot to boast about. He's doing an unbelievable job, and our country is back. We haven't seen this in a very long time, but our country is back.
And, Eric, when you see the hostility, despite all of what you just laid out, the hostility out there, I'm going to play a clip of a total lunatic ripping down Ted Cruz signs. We had Ted Cruz on earlier, but we didn't have time to play this for him, so we'll play it for you. Let's watch.
I have bought 100 of these. I'm about to put more out.
Cool. All right.
I hate Ted Cruz! I hate Ted Cruz! I hate Ted Cruz!
That's kind of sums it up, doesn't it? They're either clawing at the Supreme Court door or, I guess, ripping other people's posters down and signs.
It's unbelievable. I mean, the lack of civility I talk about all the time, it's unbelievable. I saw that earlier today, and listen, that helps. Honestly, those people are so radical. No one can relate to them. I mean, no one can relate to them. You saw that guy last week who had his pickup truck burned because he had an American flag on the bumper and a Trump sticker on the bumper.
Yeah, we had him on.
Right? You had that person, as you said, clawing at the Supreme Court door. You see Ted Cruz and his great wife Heidi. They're getting yelled at dinner. I mean, I could go on and on, but when does this end? And Laura, Americans don't want to see this stuff. That's not who we are as a society. I mean, that is a rogue faction, but the left has gone so far left, they've become so radicalized that they think this is acceptable behavior. When you have Eric Holder going out there and saying, you know what, when they're down, let's kick them in the head. And Hillary coming out and saying, the only time that we're going to be civil human beings is when we win again. I mean, why didn't you win in the first place? Right? Your message didn't work. You weren't effective. You weren't doing the job. And you had a person who was much better who came in and beat you handedly. And so, Eric, I mean, it's really a shame.
Eric, one of your father's favorite people out there of all time, I think, is Rosie O'Donnell. So she mixed it up today with Nicole Wallace. Let's watch.
He wants to send the military to the border, so.
I want to send the military to the White House to get him.
Gene.
Well, I don't think I can top that, but it's actually a pretty good idea.
It's a good idea. So they're either blowing the White House up or they want to take the military and take him out of the White House by any means necessary. I guess it's a joke, but it's not all that funny.
No, it's not that funny. When only you actually forgot about Rosie, she pops back into the scene. It's every 2 months. This seems to cycle through and through and through. It's kind of amazing how that works. But, this isn't what people care about. I think we're going to do very well in the midterms. People have to get out there and vote, right? It's the most important thing in the world. But the country is back, Laura. I mean, we are winning by every single metric. It doesn't matter if it's our military. It doesn't matter if it's our economy, ISIS, immigration. I mean, America's winning. People have jobs again. Salaries are going up. 401ks are through the roof. I mean, that's what people care about, not...
But the left is... These people want to sow chaos.
You're right, because they don't have a message.
Yeah, they have no message.
They don't have no message. They stand for high taxes, right? They stand for banning plastic straws, right? They stand for going after law enforcement and total anarchy. That's their message. That's
abolish ICE. That's their other big platform. 200 Riverside Boulevard, a Trump condominium, a beautiful building.
Yeah.
The Trump name now taken down from that building. What is that all about? I mean, you're in the business of running this company on top of everything else that you have going on in your life, your family, everything else. But that just seems like hate. Like, what is that?
Yeah, it's the nastiness of politics. It's a byproduct of the nastiness of politics. We've been out of that building for a very long time. We sold out. It was a great success. My father literally rebuilt the entire west side of New York City. You probably know the old railway yards, and it was a major success. But this is the byproduct of the nastiness of politics. You have one person who doesn't like you, who sits on a board, and what they can do is pretty unbelievable. But again, we've been out of that building for a very long time. It doesn't hurt us at all. But it is certainly the byproduct of exactly what we've been talking about the entire show, that radical left, that nastiness, and it's going to be defeated. It is absolutely going to be defeated.
It's almost like the better the country does, the more unhappy and bitter they become.
Because they realize they're losing. They realize they're losing, and they're lashing out. They all got it wrong, Laura. You know this better than any person in the world. They all got it wrong. The New York Times election morning gave my father a 1.9% chance of winning. 1.9% chancing. And he won easily, right? And so what do? They double down, and they double down. And Laura, I promise you, and you know this, they're going to get it wrong again, and they're going to get it wrong again. My father's going to go down as truly one of the greatest presidents in the history of this country. This country is winning again. We're back, and I could not be more proud of him.
All right. Thank you so much, Eric.